Singapore may be a small nation by land size, but when it comes to air defense, it stands among the most sophisticated and well-protected countries in the world. In fact, Singapore's air defense network is often compared to those of major global powers. Despite covering one of the smallest territories on the planet, this incredible capability did not happen overnight. It is the result of decades of planning, investment, and a deep understanding that national survival depends on controlling the skies. The story begins with Singapore's unique strategic reality, with no natural defenses, no depth in territory. And surrounded by dense international air traffic, Singapore must be able to detect and respond to threats instantly. Any hostile aircraft entering its airspace would take just minutes to reach critical infrastructure. That urgency has shaped every part of Singapore's air defense system. At the heart of this system is a multi-layered shield designed to detect, track, and neutralize any threat from fighter jets to ballistic missiles to drones. The first layer begins with early detection through a powerful network of long-range radar systems. These radar stations, positioned at high points across the island and on offshore facilities, continuously scan the skies in all directions. The Air Force's advanced long-range radar systems allow Singapore to monitor activities hundreds of kilometers away, often spotting threats long before they become visible to neighboring countries. But detection is only the beginning. Once a potential threat is identified, Singapore's integrated air defense network springs into action. Every radar, missile battery, interceptor aircraft, and command center is linked together through a real-time digital network known as the Island Air Defense System. This allows decisions to be made in seconds, not minutes, and ensures that every air defense unit receives the same information instantly. One of the most important components of Singapore's air defense is its fleet of fighter aircraft, particularly the F-15SG and the F-16C/D. These jets form the first offensive defensive layer, capable of intercepting threats far beyond Singapore's borders. Highly trained pilots, advanced radar systems, and modern air-to-air missiles make these aircraft a critical part of ensuring that threats are handled before they even approach Singaporean airspace, but fighter jets alone are not enough. That is where Singapore's impressive lineup of ground-based air defense missiles comes into play. This long-range interceptor missile represents the outer shield of Singapore's ground defense, with the ability to engage aircraft, cruise missiles, and even precision-guided munitions at long distances. The ASTER 30 is one of the world's top modern SAM systems. It gives Singapore the ability to counter high-speed threats long before they come close to the island. Supporting the long-range ASTER missiles are medium-range and short-range systems that provide additional layers of protection. For medium-range defense, Singapore uses systems such as the iHawk and the SPYDER-MR. These systems are designed to take down fast-moving aerial threats at medium distances, filling the gap between the long-range ASTER missiles and the short-range defenses closer to the ground. At the lower levels, Singapore deploys the Spider Senior RBS-70 and various rapid-fire anti-aircraft guns to defend against threats like drones, helicopters, and low-flying aircraft. These systems are highly mobile and can be repositioned quickly depending on the threat environment. Singapore's geography, while limited, allows for rapid deployment of these mobile launchers across key locations. However, what truly makes Singapore's air defense exceptional is the way all of these systems work together. The Air Defense and Operations Command, known as ADOC, acts as the brain of the entire network. Inside its underground command centers, data from radars, sensors, fighter jets, naval vessels, and missile batteries is combined into a single picture. This gives commanders a complete minute-by-minute view of everything happening in the airspace around Singapore. Decisions are made quickly, communicated instantly, and executed precisely. Singapore has also invested heavily in automation, artificial intelligence, and advanced simulation technology. Much of the detection and tracking process is automated, reducing human error and speeding up reaction times. The Air Force uses advanced simulators to train personnel in realistic air defense scenarios, allowing constant improvement without putting real aircraft at risk. Another unique component of Singapore's air defense is the role of the RSAF Air Defense Artillery. This unit is responsible for operating many of the ground-based missile systems and ensuring that they are ready to launch at a moment's notice. With constant training, technology upgrades, and strict maintenance standards, the ADA ensures that every missile battery is always alert. Singapore's commitment to innovation can also be seen in its growing use of unmanned systems. Drones are becoming an essential part of surveillance and early detection. They provide additional eyes in the sky, helping monitor maritime zones, borders, and air corridors. Over time, Singapore is expected to integrate more autonomous systems into its air defense network. Singapore is also preparing for future threats such as hypersonic weapons, swarm drones, and stealth aircraft. While details are not publicly disclosed, the country is known to invest heavily in cyber defense, electronic warfare, and advanced sensor fusion technologies designed to handle next-generation threats. Singapore's approach is always forward-looking, planning for challenges before they emerge. But perhaps the greatest strength of Singapore's air defense system is its philosophy of readiness. The RSAF conducts frequent training exercises both domestically and with international partners. These include joint drills with the United States, Australia, India, and regional neighbors. Through these exercises, Singapore continuously sharpens its tactics, ensures interoperability, and stays prepared for any scenario. Despite having one of the most advanced air defense systems in the region, Singapore maintains a defensive posture focused on protection, deterrence, and stability. Its goal is never aggression, but survival in a complex and rapidly changing region. The country's investments in high-performance radars, long-range missile shields, and multi-layered defenses reflect its understanding that in a small nation, every second counts. As we move deeper into 2026, Singapore's air defense continues to evolve, integrating new technologies, upgrading existing systems, and strengthening collaboration with allies. And while it may not be obvious to the outside world, and strength proving that size has nothing to do with security when technology, planning, and discipline come together.